Thank you very much, Steph, and good afternoon, everyone. I will start today with a trip announcement, which is scheduled to be the last official travel for the PGA. The President of the General Assembly will travel to the Republic of Slovenia on Saturday. Ms. María Fernanda Espinosa has been invited by the country's President, His Excellency, Mr. Borut Pahor, to speak at the opening of the Bled Strategic Forum, which will take place from 2nd to 3rd September. The PJ will arrive in Ljubljana on Sunday afternoon, when she will meet with young participants attending the Bled Strategic Forum. On Monday, 2nd September, the PJ will meet with Slovenia's Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Foreign Affairs, His Excellency Mr. Miro Cerar. Mrs. Espinosa will be received by President Pahor before officially opening the Bled Strategic Forum. The PJ will also take part in the presidential talk, which will be attended by the President of Estonia, Her Excellency, Ms. Kersti, Kaljulaid, and President Pahor. The PJ will also take part in a panel titled Multilateralism at Crossroads. She will meet the Prime Minister of Slovenia, Mr. Miro Cerar, and she will conclude her day by attending a panel on sustainability before leaving Ljubljana on Tuesday morning. When she travels to the Kingdom of the Netherlands, she will travel to The Hague to attend the Second World Meeting of Societies for International Law. More details on her travel to The Hague will be brought to you next week. Tomorrow, Friday, the PGA will be in the office here to continue her working agenda after concluding her official travel to Salt Lake City, where she took part in the 68th Civil Society Conference. As a matter of fact, I just had a message saying that she is returning right now. And Mrs. Espinosa is marking the International Day Against Nuclear Tests by urging all states that have not done so to sign and ratify the Comprehensive Nuclear Test Ban Treaty. In a message, the President of the General Assembly appealed to the international community to make progress on the shared vision of a world free of nuclear weapons, which was set out in the very first resolution of the UN General Assembly. Since 1945, approximately 2,000 nuclear tests have been conducted around the world. The UN estimates that the world still has about 14,000 nuclear weapons. This year, the GA will commemorate the day on 9th September, holding a high-level plenary meeting on this issue. President Espinosa will be joined by the Secretary-General, Antonio Guterres, and Dr. Lassina Zerbo, who is the Executive Secretary of the Preparatory Commission of the Comprehensive Nuclear Test Ban Treaty Organization, CTBTO. And they will deliver opening remarks, more information on our website, un.org/pj/73. And this is all from us for today. Alejandro, how are you? And afterwards I have Arrow. Go ahead, Alejandro.
Good, thank you. Monica, in the past, the PGA has expressed support for the Colombian peace process. So following up on the other question that I gave Steph, I wonder whether or not she has any comment or reaction or view on the major setback that the process has suffered in the last couple of hours.
Thank you, Alejandro, for this question. In fact, the PGA is very concerned, deeply concerned about reports of the retake of the FARC's activities. Mrs. Espinosa firmly believes that the pathway to peace that Colombia took a few years ago was and is the right and the best decision to continue with peace, to continue with security, sustainable development in the country, but also that helps advance political stability, not only in Colombia, but in the entire region. So she encourages all parties to continue implementing the peace process and cooperating towards it. Thank you. Errol, welcome back. Good to see you again.
Monica, first of all, I'm impressed how you pronounced all the names from Slovenia, so congratulations on that. And since I'm covering the region, actually, I just wonder, who is paying for that cost for the President of visiting to Slovenia?
Yeah, the costs are shared by the government and the PJ's Office Trust Fund.
So half for?
this is, I can send this information to you. You want to know the percentage, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I can bring it to you. The last trip, for instance, was also entirely financed by the PGA's Trust Office Fund. And yeah, I can give it to you, sure.
And just as a follow-up, since we are approaching the end of the presidency, actually, just to remind us, I'm long enough here, but I forgot to be honest with you. What happens with the funds when the president is leaving the office, if they are sufficient or whatever?
Well, if the past is something to go by for, we, I mean, you are aware that the resources are almost always less than what is needed. But of course, there is a mechanism of accountability and transparency. So each money, each penny is declared on the website, and you can see after the PGA's presidency is over, you can see how it was employed, etc. But the situations that the expenses are sometimes or most of the times bigger than what is granted as the trust fund. But that is also being prepared a financial report, yeah? It's important for the PGA, for this PGA, and for the General Assembly that things are done in a proper manner, transparent manner, and that everybody is informed. That's why I bring this information here every time. It's important. Okay, anything else? Mariti, how are you?
I'm good, Monica.
And Alejandro, I know you have a live, so feel free to go. Okay, thank you.
Sorry, I just wanted to ask, is there any updates to the speakers list for the
Yeah, I spoke to the GACM yesterday, and we're expecting it by Friday. And also, I spoke to Melanie in Anka, because she has the list of all your emails and names, and she very kindly agreed to circulate it to you, yeah? For the time being, the list that I circulated to you in the beginning of August is the current list, yeah? But an update is coming. And it doesn't change dramatically. Of course, it changes if there is any urgency or any adjustment to make in regard with a head of state or government or a minister availability, but the list that we have from 10th of July is pretty much the same, okay? Good. So I see you tomorrow, and thank you very much for coming today. See you tomorrow.